What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Cardano price chart because recently we have just broken the upward trend that I have mentioned in the last video. Also currently the whole market is correcting. While I'm making this video we are seeing a little bit of a bounce, and right now of course we want to know, okay, where are the next levels to the downside, to the upside? Is the price target that I have mentioned of $1.21 still active? So let's dive into this. So first of all, what we can see right here is that in the last video I have drawn this upward trend right here, and this would be the case if this one right here would have been the bottom, and then we were also looking at that we are hitting the price target here, pretty much in the first half of the rectangle. You can see here a couple of days later, but this would be till, let's say the end of August. But it turns out that we have broken this upward trend and made a new low to the next support level that I have mentioned in the last video. Right now we have touched it, we made a bounce, and here is the first part that I need to correct, because in the last video, how the media would tell it, I spreaded some misinformation, because I don't know exactly why I said this, because this was not true, but I mentioned that if we break to the downside of this level, then this price target right here would be invalidated. And that is actually not true. As I said, I don't know exactly what got into my mind there, because we are always aiming for the 50% price level for the invalidation, and that is right about here, because what we can see from historical data is that when we break to the downside, that means with a daily candle close below the 50% level, that then just from the balance of probability we are very unlikely to hit this price target. And because there is the potential to misunderstand this, let me add one more important detail right here, because in case we do this, so in case we break to the downside of this level right here and invalidating this price target, that doesn't mean that we will not go to this price in the future. Because you know my stand on this, that we are not close to the top, and that this one right here is not the complete top and that the bull market is over. That is not my standing. My standing is that currently we are just seeing a temporary correction. But how does this play out right now? If I say, okay, but if we are correcting more than this, then how is it possible that this price target is being cancelled? This is just for the reason that this price target right here is linked to a time window. So here we have the price target of 121, but it is linked to the 1st of October. And just from the balance of probability, if we are closing below this level, it is very unlikely that we are hitting this price target in this time window. And therefore you can just simply imagine that in case we are doing this, we are going lower right here, and then all of a sudden we are reversing, and then we are breaking right here the old high, and therefore then we get a new price target. But you can see that then this price target right here would be somewhere else. Let's quickly just play that out right here. So in this case I drew it pretty accurately so that we are getting a similar price, but you can see the time window right here has changed. It is later right now, and that is then why I said that just from the balance of probability, it is unlikely that we are then hitting the price target in this time window. So, and now as you are 100% informed about the downside, let's also talk about the upside and what signs we are waiting for right here. So first of all, I'm basically waiting for 3 bullish confirmations. The first one is of course the smallest one, and that is that we are closing above this resistance level right here. Right now this is basically the support that we have just broken today, and we want to see a daily candle close above this level, because this is a range that you see that is sometimes respected, sometimes not. This is a very weak bullish sign for me, but that is the first sign obviously. The second one, and also the bigger one, is that I want to see the price break back above the breakout level that we had right here. That would be the second bullish confirmation, and at this point very likely we can assume that we will continue and that we are aiming for this price target, potentially also in the first half of the rectangle. Depends on when we are reaching this. And then the final confirmation that we are waiting for is the break and daily candle close above the recent high, because that also would trigger, you can maybe already see it right here. Let me quickly show it to you. You maybe see it right now. This potentially can also trigger a smaller price target with a smaller time window. But as I said, this right now is all speculation. We are basically waiting right now for the next sign that the market is giving us. You know right now what are the downside targets, what are the invalidation targets, also what are the bullish confirmation targets. And in case there should be any changes to the downside, to the upside, you know that I will upload a new video, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. Also, if you have any questions or if you want me to have a look at some other cryptos, make sure to post it in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.